about to chill, party, and all that. I'm at work. I'm gonna be here till 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if that heater in the background is bothering y'all or not. The noise, let me know. So we're gonna give my opinion. We're gonna review some things that happened in 2020. Give my opinion on it. I have to be real with y'all. There's a lot of stuff I did miss. 2020 was not a year for me that I was so entrenched in battle rap for both because of stuff that was going on in battle rap and also for personal reasons. The virus, everything that happened with the virus, a lot of stuff that happened with me personally. So there's a bunch of stuff that I won't mention that you guys are probably gonna feel like I should have, and I might have just missed it because I had a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So I have a long list here of stuff that we're gonna talk about. Um, you know, the number one question is it's December 31st, New Year's Eve, 2020. The number one question on everybody's mind is where's Stamp at? Everybody wants to know. Everybody still wants to know where's Stamp at. Andrea, salute. Happy New Year's. Well, not yet, but it's about to happen. So that's the question on everybody's mind. Where is Stamp? Um, salute to that man. I don't have no issue with the dude. It's fucking funny. Um, I see my Miss Miami also too. I saw her on Twitter calling somebody out. I don't know if that was. I think it was Suge. She was calling out, and I'm like, yo, Miami, you might want to chill for a little while. No one wants to see you calling anybody out after what happened, after you were screaming and for your life. And please, I'm saying this respectfully. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm only pointing out a fact. Nobody wants. Listen, that's not funny. Um, I shouldn't be laughing about that, but for real, nobody wants to see you calling anybody out right now. Not right now. Wait till 2021. It's a few hours. Like, don't call nobody out. Um, Another thing before we get into everything, I want to address battle rappers and on just says she needs to chill with the Crips too. Yeah, listen. I ain't really. I said something brief on the whole topic. And again, I know this year hasn't been a big year of blogging for me, so some of y'all might not remember it, but you just don't cross that line. You don't cross that line, and you can't cross that line that she crossed, and then start yelling and carrying on the way she was doing, because the disrespect that she did to not only the gang culture, but to Tuki in general, knowing what that man means, and the throwing of the flag, and then for you to be pleading for help it don't add up. It don't add up. You can't do no shit like that and later on be pleading for help. Like, you can't do that. Excuse me. We gonna. Seems like the type to bring it back up too. Yeah, I mean, if I was her, honestly, if I was in her corner, I would have not only would I have she would have I don't know who knew what she was gonna do, but if I was in her corner, not only would she have never have done that, but if she would have snuck it by me and did some shit, listen, ma, the world, besides your job and your kids and stuff, but the rest of the world isn't gonna hear from you till at some point 2021, probably the middle of the year or something. And what we're not gonna do is be calling out other Crips. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to battle. If I'm Suge or anybody else, I'm not battling you. What? Why? Why? You can't do what you did and then be calling people out, man. Like, but again, the question still remains: where is Stamp? So, yeah, man, I shouldn't be laughing about that shit. Um, so my thing is battle rappers. Again, I got a long ass list of shit here. Battle rappers, please. I'm saying to you, man. Today, last week, y'all probably not gonna believe this shit, but last week in 1 week I worked 84 hours. I worked more than that, not including like the lunch periods and shit like that. Anyway, I worked 40 some hours in one weekend or whatever the fuck, whatever, 84 hours, right? So I decided I want to get myself a little holiday gift. I ain't get myself anything in a while that didn't pertain to work, really. So I decided I'm gonna go buy some Battle Rappers merch. Yeah, thank you, Andre. It was difficult, man. I got through it though. But I decided to go get Battle Rapper merch. Now, I just want to speak to y'all battle rappers about promotion of both the merchandise and your music. You gotta understand something, especially when you have dope moments in battle rap. You want to have your merch and stuff available, links to your music, all that. You want to capitalize, um, and I can't stress that enough. My biggest problem with battle rappers, and I went salute to Show Off. Go check out Show Off's merch. I like the majority of it. I like the logo he has. I went and I spent some money with Show Off, and I went to a few other battle rappers to spend some money with them. Um, I tried to spend some money with Shotgun Suge. The problem with Suge was, and it's not a, no, I don't want it to sound like a problem. It's not really a problem. The situation was I didn't have access at the moment to my credit card or anything like that, right? So when that kind of things happens and I'm purchased online, I'm relying to be able to use PayPal. And when I went on Shotgun Suge's site, uh, it said it shows in the bottom all the methods of payment that it accept, and PayPal was not one of them. Now I tweeted Shotgun Suge and he didn't reply. I'm pretty sure he got a 1,000 people tweet him all day. But that's something that should be fixed. To all battle rappers, when it comes to your music or merch, you should be accepting the majority of forms of payment, especially the popular ones. All right. So I couldn't spend no money with Suge because he ain't had no PayPal. I spent some money with Show Off. My only problem with Show Off was I had to scroll through like so many tweets for me to get the link to his merchandise. Luckily, I remembered in my head because one day I was online and I saw him and Jay Murder after their battle talking, and I saw he was putting out the merch. I saw the logo and I said, "Yo, you know I like that logo. I'm gonna check that out." So this morning when I decided I'm gonna spend some money with people, I'm like, "Oh shit!" I remember Show Off. So yo, I can't find that link for nothing. Finally go through Wild Tweets and I finally find Show Off's link. I go on there. I like the majority of stuff that he had on there. Some of the stuff, some of the t-shirts he had were too wordy. Um, Everything else was dope. And I'm like, yo, fam, like, and I tweeted him like, yo, fam, you gotta make that link and stuff readily available. And that goes for all battle rappers. I'm trying to think. There are I don't want to get into the names and stuff like that. There are battle rappers who I felt like their merch was way overpriced. I saw a hoodie that was $65 that just had some letters on there, and I'm like, and it wasn't just one battle rapper. It's just one in particular that I'm thinking of, and I'm like, fam, why are you charging that much money for one hoodie, or why are you asking for damn near $40 for a long sleeve shirt? And I know the shirts that they use in the Gildan shirts. My brother does custom shirts. If you check out my art channel, you see that not only do I got custom artwork, my brother does custom shirts. Literally can do anything you want. And I know the kind of shirts that these guys are using because my brother uses them. And my brother used different ones. So I'm like, yo, I know the quality of that shirt. I'm not about to pay you $40. That don't even include shipping. So it could easily cost me $45 for a long sleeve shirt. I wouldn't get that from my favorite clothing store, to be honest. So I'm not about to spend $45 with you on a long sleeve shirt that I barely like, but I'm doing it because I want to support you. Like that don't make sense. So let's get the promotion better, especially when it comes to the music. I see a lot of y'all tweeting dumb shit, talking about, oh, people all they want to do is talk about your battle rap. They don't want to talk about your music, this and this. No, that's your fault. That's your fault because you don't promote that. See, a big thing with battle rappers is y'all choose to sit online and argue with people all down the timeline about their opinion. Someone like, and I've had battle rappers get mad at me because I say something like, yo, this battle rapper wasn't himself in that battle, or this battle rapper clearly had other things on their mind, or they shouldn't take if they're gonna have a whole bunch of excuses on why they lost the battle. You should have just not taken a battle. And a battle rapper will search his name or her, even the women do it, search their name and then argue with you. Okay, so the same energy that you spend around here arguing with people about their opinions, you should be promoting. You should be promoting not just your battles, but your music. You got another business outside of battle rap. You should be promoting that. Salute to Shuni the rapper. I thought she did some smart shit. Earlier this year she decided she's not battle rapping anymore. Period. I don't know if that was like the end of 2019 she said it or the beginning of 2020 she said it. But anyway, she said she wasn't battle rapping anymore. And I saw her selling a class where she's teaching people how to bartend. And I saw one or two people say some dumb shit about it. But the way I'm looking at it is like, yo, we got female battle rappers out here with OnlyFans. So if you're gonna ask my opinion on it, and I'm not saying you are asking my opinion on it, but if you asking my opinion on it, I would rather see someone like Shuni trying to teach you how to bartend and stuff like that so she can make a little bread than to see her shaking her ass and whatever else going on there OnlyFans. Don't get me wrong, these women are attractive and I would love to see them in certain elements, but I ain't paying that to be watching you on the OnlyFans. Like, it's not doing that. Fuck out of here. But while I don't want to bartend, I retweeted Shuni because I want to see her win. I want to see all of them win. I do. But that's the shit you need to be doing. Promote what you got going on outside of battle rap. As easy as it is to argue, it's that easy for at minimum 3 times a week. Post the links to your shit. Post a clip to your music video. Post a clip to whatever else you're doing. Like, post a picture and, not just on Instagram and assume everybody see it. I barely follow anybody on battle rap in terms of battle rappers or league owners. I barely follow anybody on any social media. But the ones that I do follow, and there's a bunch that also follow me, and I check shit that they doing, or even the ones that don't follow me. There's times I get curious about something they doing. Y'all heard they got a dope song. Let me go on their page and see if there's a link, and then it's like no link. Like, yo, how that makes sense? Anyway, you gotta do more promoting. Talking about that, salute to Cortez. Cortez has his album comes out tonight. If you guys saw, he did a lot of pre-orders and he did some dope shit with the packaging. You got the album. You got a piece of merch. You got something that he wore in a battle. And then he had like a handwritten letter. And then I think there was something else involved. So while I saw people shitting on it. And what made it funny to me is, yo, y'all sitting there disrespecting Cortez for using this form of marketing and promoting. But when Tay-Rock and DNA was selling their sweaty ass fucking jerseys that they won a battle, a lot of y'all was trying to buy that shit. So how you shitting on Cortez for doing it the way he's doing? Well, we all know the stigma of battle rap, which we don't need to get into right now, but they look down on the Latinos, man. Stop acting like that ain't true. And Cortez, for whatever reason, is someone that they like to shit on. I like Cortez music. Do I go crazy for it? No. But I like his music. I support Cortez, and in fact, now that I just remember that I was supposed to go buy some of his merch today, and in the midst of me going through so much shit, I forgot about Cortez. So when this is over with, I'm gonna go support Cortez. I'm definitely gonna buy the album. I didn't buy the pre-order thing that he had because it was like a package deal. But I'm gonna buy the album. It's officially released tonight at 12. We're gonna get right back to Cortez, but I also want to say salute to Restore Order. I like what they doing with the Restore Order awards. Salute to Henny Man with the trapeze, which he's done I think like the last 2-3 years. Of course, salute to Jay Black with the Champion of the Year situation. I know KOTD has their own awards. There's so many different awards out there. I'm wrong. There are not many. There's a good amount. There's a good amount, but it's not like I said it like if it's really like in abundance. It's probably like maybe 6 different, and who gives a fuck about all of them though? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying I'm not out here chasing to try to find out who got what on what list. I'm not doing all that shit. Salute to all the platforms that are doing such a thing. I think we should always acknowledge the talent in our community. I just it ain't always unbiased, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of biased shit. I like most of what Restore Order is doing with theirs. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was the Whack Bar of the Year award. I thought that I didn't like that idea. But other than that, salute to all of these things. You even got fucking Epsgays trolling ass came out with his own award shit. I ain't gonna lie, some of it was funny. He's an asshole and he shouldn't be doing that. But what do you expect from Epsgay? Salute to him. Hopefully he's not somewhere overdosing on some form of drugs. But salute to Epsgate for making an attempt at coming up with his own awards. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, you know, it was funny and it was a bit entertaining. You know what I mean? A little fucked up, but it was still a little entertaining, all right? So Epsgate, hopefully tonight you don't die, all right? I'm hoping you don't use like 3 different drugs at one time, and I hope you make it through 2021. Anyway, so yeah, salute all the awards, you guys. I'm probably in the minority here. I saw some people like my tweet, retweet my tweet, but I'm hoping in 2021 to see Iron Solomon back. That's a big thing for me. I want to see Iron Solomon back. I'm trying to remember what was his last battle. I want to say his last battle was against Big K. I could be wrong though. I don't know, but excuse me. I want to see Iron Solomon back. One of my favorite battle rappers, incredible dude. You know, it was crazy to see how great he was in the early years. Then the whole Mook thing happened, and we ain't hear from him for a long time. And when he came back hitting the ground running, man. And Iron is just dope. Iron is dope. I'm hoping to see him back in 2021. I saw somebody respond to me and said Iron verse. They wanted to see Iron verse B Dot. I like that battle. Is that something that I'll be like trying to push? Like, oh, we need to see that? No, but I like the battle. I like the matchup. I like the idea. I think we could get some interesting stuff out of that. The only problem is we're almost guaranteed that B Dot is gonna have a whole round of blaming white people for everything. He's probably gonna do it really crafted very well because he's incredible. But I don't want to hear that shit. I don't know what other matchups realistically. I didn't really think about matchups. I'm gonna always want to see him get back in the ring with Mook, only for 3 fucking rounds though. And yes, there got to be a time limit. I always want to see him get redemption for that battle. Mook kicked his ass, but Mook was horrible too. But Mook kicked his ass 5 rounds. Yeah, we want to see Iron Solomon. Well, I want to see him back, and there's a good amount of people who agree with me. I can't speak for everybody, but there's a good amount of people who agree with me. Getting back to Cortez. That was one side of the paper. We're on the second side now. You know what? Before we get into all that, let me read your comments. Yo, hit that like button too, man. Supreme Gino, salute. Andre said that link should be in the bio. Absolutely. Making it hard to check for them is one of my pet peeves. Absolutely, I hate that shit. David Rubin, man, salute. Say Happy New Year, Jay Legend. Thank you, man. Happy New Year to you too. God bless. Yo, y'all in the room. Let's go, man. Get them likes up, man. So, getting back to Cortez. Again, he got. If you didn't hear me, he got his album coming out tonight. You could pre-order it now. You could even get the pre-order set that he's putting out. So I want to talk about Cortez because here's the thing. I don't think that Easy the Block Captain beat Cortez. I don't feel that way. And I understand that I'm in the minority, but I'm not all the way in the bottom. Like, yes, I would say 6 out of 10 people would tell me Easy beat Cortez. That still leaves that other percentage, that other 40%, which I'm in that other 40% that feels like Cortez won that battle. The other thing is people made it seem like Cortez got stomped on, and that absolutely is not the case. So why are people talking like if? But this is always a thing. Like people shit on Cortez all the time. Now they're talking like if he needs to go back to the PGs or some shit, and that really pisses me off. Cortez is a pioneer in this game. He is a legend one way or another, and he deserves a lot more respect. And then we're gonna ignore the kind of year he had. That battle versus the Saga was incredible. I believe his third round it was. People were talking about his third round as I said possible, a possible round of the year. When he battled on the rooftop, you had that battle against Rump Nitty that if he didn't choke, the argument could be made that he would have won that battle. I personally that day felt like it was a very close battle, and the differences were the slip ups, the stumbles, so on and so forth. He had the battle. I believe that battle with T Top was this year. Excuse me, some shit in my eye. I'm on a construction site, so everything be fucking flying around, flying in my eye and shit. Uh, we doing demolition over here, so it's dusty and yeah. So pardon me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the T Top battle. I believe it happened 2020. It might have happened at the end of 2019. I'm gonna say it happened 2020. That T Top battle, he was incredible. He was incredible. So you mean to tell me you're gonna sit there? And, I mean, I didn't like what happened with the 40 cal situation. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, they were supposed to have a quarantine battle, right? Online, pre-recorded shit. And it was supposed to be 40 cal versus Cortez. And apparently Cortez was still under contract with URL and went and said he was going to do the battle, and then last minute couldn't do the battle. So what they did was 40 Cal dropped his verse on RBE's channel, and then Cortez did his verse and dropped it on his own channel. A lot of people, including myself, were disappointed because we want to see them battle, even though it was only a quarantine battle. But at the same time, it was like we want to see Cortez demolish 40 Cal the way he demolished JR Ryder. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get on YouTube and check out Cortez diss tours JR Ryder, and you will see he kicked JR Ryder's ass. So I was expecting that versus 40 Cal, but due to the mix-up, I still felt like 40 Cal was creative with the little visuals that he did, but I felt like Cortez edged the battle. But again, it was on two separate channels, and when it comes to Cortez, like, you smarter than that. You know what the fuck your contract said. You should have never took that battle knowing that they was not going to allow that. Other than that, there's no way you can shit on Cortez's year. Now, am I sitting here telling you he should be on the top of everybody's top 5 for award contenders? No, I am not saying that. I'm only telling you, don't sit there and look at that easy to block captain battle, whether you think he won or he lost, or if you think he just didn't have a good showing. Don't let that overshadow what he did throughout the whole year. And bottom line, go cop his album out tonight. And salute to Cortez. I'm looking forward to see what happens in 2021. Being that we were talking about the quarantine battles, let's talk about RBE. RBE held us down through this pandemic, man. RBE held us down, man. Now, I understand on the back end of the year, everybody's talking about URL. Everybody's talking about King of the Dot. And rightfully so. We'll get into that. But I'm looking at the situation like, RBE stepped up in a major way when the pandemic first hit. Things really got crazy in March, if y'all remember. Things got crazy in March. They started shutting everything down. Life was in shambles. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people not sure not only what was going to happen, but what we going to make it out. I remember when I decided to stop coming to work because my company wasn't following certain rules. I stopped coming to work, and it was different for me being home and not knowing what the next thing was and not being able to go and do things just like it was for y'all. And RBE started coming out with these quarantine battles, and we're talking about like every morning you waking up and there was a new RBE battle, man. For the sake of them getting the watch time minutes and the money, they kept having that long, unnecessary ass intro. And then the battles, most of them was around 2 minute rounds. Now, what was funny was dudes no showing quarantine battles. How the fuck you no show a quarantine battle? Then there was the debacle about the show off versus Head Ice. Head Ice sent in a video that was clearly way longer than the show offs. Um, you had Clean Paper stumbling and mumbling through bars. You had a lot of things, but we should celebrate RBE for holding us down and giving us all of that. I'm talking. I think I could be wrong, but I think they ended up with like 30 something quarantine battles. I could be wrong, but I it was in that ballpark. Chef Trez was cooking. Chef Trez, I think on the last one that they did, Chef Trez had like 3 quarantine battles, right on that same thing. I think in total we had 4 quarantine battles for RBE alone. That not don't include whatever else he might have did outside of that. But I thought that was fire. I like some of them. Some people didn't listen. I love Yoshi, and we're gonna get into Yoshi, but I love Yoshi. But Yoshi probably had the worst visual. Like she was. Yoshi was doing dips in her. It looked like she recorded it on the Obama phone. And at one point, she's literally doing dips in her video. She didn't even start rapping or nothing. Like, this was hilarious. But then you had people like Street Hymns who took full advantage. Street Hymns took full advantage and visually gave us a lot of captivating things. Head Ice was dope with what he did. He recorded his vocals in a studio, and then he went and got some dope ass camera work. The quality of it was phenomenal. And Head Ice put out some dope shit. J400 Block had some dope shit. His visuals was dope. I'm missing somebody. Somebody else had a dope visual. But overall, I felt like Street Hymns had the best visuals. Like what they was doing. Even when he battled, it wasn't a real battle, but the battle with Mook. Because Mook was just rapping. I don't even think they were known that they were gonna so-called battle each other. And Street Hymns they did this editing where it's like 4 different Street Hymns in that one studio. It was dope. Y'all go check it out if you haven't seen it. Street Hymns to me, hands down, had the best visuals and did the most with everything. His battle with Sharon was pretty dope, and y'all seen what he did visually for that. I liked it. You know, I definitely thought that was dope. So the quarantine battles were crazy, and then we saw one problem I have with the quarantine thing, and that was my issue with RBE. And if I ever get a chance to ever interview ARP again, I'm gonna ask him about this, because I don't like it. When the whole Jim's Good situation happened, ARP said he would never book anybody who's had any sort of situation. I'm just gonna say situation at an event and ruin the event. Well, quantum physics QP definitely had some sideways shit that happened with him, and then I saw RBE book him. I understand some of y'all gonna say, well, that was months to almost a year after the fact. That's not the point. That's not the point. And then when it comes to RBE, I really respect a lot of things they say and do, so I expected more out of that situation. I expected they wouldn't have ever did no shit like that. But it is what it is, and again, they gave us some dope-ass quarantine battles, and then later on went into events, which I could be wrong, but I think they was like giving us our first like full events, you know what I'm saying? There was people there, yeah, I think they was. I could be wrong, but they had people there. It wasn't a lot of people, but still, they had dope battles. They came and brought us Chubby Jag versus Math. I don't know how y'all feel about that battle. I really love that battle. I think Math won. I think Jag showed out. I think Jag made us interested. Prior to that, we had the Ill Will versus right, because I think that was right before the quarantine. We had Ill Will versus 40 Cal. That battle was dope. We had a few dope battles. We had 8 Board finally get a chance to come back and battle. Also, his first time battling on RBE. He battled Danny Myers. That battle was dope. I appreciated that. Um, we had what else? We had what has to be the round of the year. It has to be Big K versus Adi Boom. That first round. Now, big picture, I still feel Adi Boom won the battle, but he didn't win the war. And Adi Boom, every time he opens his mouth, is making it worse for himself. But the argument could be that we've never seen a career as ruined as Adi Boom's career is now ruined. And you got to salute to Big K for not only pulling out the paperwork and all that, but the way he crafted that whole round. Very smart, very intelligent. And yeah, people are going to be talking about that for years to come. So, again, I'm not the biggest Big K fan. Everybody knows I don't really like the dude, but the truth is you got to tip your hat to that. That was fire. And that was a iconic moment in battle rap. And it happened on the RBE stage. Salute to RBE. Salute to the everybody except for Adi Boom. All right? I don't condone the rat and shit. And then we had one of the greatest, funniest, stupidest moments ever on RBE. It might have been two, and that was Rosenberg versus T-Rex. Then T-Rex's quarantine battle. I completely forgot we even fucking battled. Where he recycled and he was ripping through the tape. Where's the tape at? We got tape here. Rex. Rex, what the fuck was going on, Rex? Yo, my man Rex got caught in the spider web of caution tape. Do y'all remember that? He's on the playground rapping. I don't remember who the fuck he was battling. But Rex, oh man. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. Champion of the year has to be T-Rex. For most of the year, nobody was more talked about than T-Rex. I don't care that it was for all the wrong reasons. We know it was for all the wrong reasons. I didn't ask that. I don't see how anyone could put an award list together and Rex is not on it. Why is Rex not on your list? Rex should be winning Champion of the Year, Restore Order of the Year, Rex on Restore Order Awards. That is hilarious. Andre said Rex, hell no. Rex, what are you talking about? Rex took over the year, man. 2020 belongs to T-Rex. One way or another. Again, it was for all the wrong reasons, but it still belonged to T-Rex. T-Rex even had some of the greatest interviews, arguably ever, and it all happened this year. That whole shit with him and Tay-Rock, it was getting out of hand. He still had me dying laughing when he had talked about his chain situation that everybody brings up in rap, where he allegedly got robbed. I say allegedly, and he says he got away with it, but he didn't get away with it. Yo, Rex is the greatest. Like, how do you not watch a Rex interview and say, yo, Rex is the greatest? Rex might be the greatest also at face-offs. I don't know if y'all really paid attention to the face-offs like that, but Rex had the best face-offs. Then he said he RBE wanted he gonna do better, and then he did what he did against Rosenberg, I think it was. I don't know, he did some dumb shit, but Rex was cycling his rounds and then told y'all, it's my rounds. I wrote it. Why I can't use it again? Yo, man, Rex is the greatest. And he should be on the top of all of y'all lists. I'm gonna tell you right now. Salute to my man was taking the shots, yo. Oh my God. Blank stare of the year belongs to T-Rex. When him and Vague, y'all saw the video, I know what I'm talking about. And he was sitting there with the Rex was hypnotized by the shot that Vague gave him. So he's sitting there blazing shorty. How my man Rex was clapping cheeks and Rex was yo. Rex is the battle rapper of the year. To me, there's nothing to debate here. All right. So don't talk to me about all these other guys. He's the greatest of the year. Uh, salute to Rex, man. I can't wait for your next interview, Rex. Oh man. Before we move on to the next one, let's see what y'all talking about in this comment section here. Said Rex, hell no. Salute, Scotty. Say, yo, bro, did you lose some weight? Yes, I did lose some weight, Scotty. I absolutely did. I lost. It's to be debated how much I lost because I wasn't weighing myself at the beginning, but I'm gonna guess I lost somewhere in the range of 12 pounds. Then I got to work today, and they got all kind of food, cheesecake, and all kind of wild shit, and I had to indulge. But thank you for noticing. But yes, I've been dieting crazy. I've been working out, which I'm gonna talk about very soon. Matter of fact, we'll talk about it now. I had something else to talk about. We'll talk about it now. Let me just run through these, and we'll talk about this. But yeah, thank you, Scotty, for noticing. Andre said it would make sense for a hot mess that 2020 has been. Salute Melman, training to go super. Salute my man Melman. Go subscribe to his channel. Del Daddy, pause. Del Diddy. Salute, man. Hey, salute, Del. Thank you for always supporting my art and all of that. I appreciate you, man. A plus, I ain't seen you in a long time. You said Rex got caught in the tape. Yeah, man. That shit was yeah. You ain't see that? Go check the quarantine battle. Andre said Rex might be the GOAT. I don't know about. She said Rex might be a GOAT. I don't know about the GOAT. Scotty said Rex stares haunting. Yo, this shit was hilarious. Christopher Winfield said whoa. I'm assume you meant to say T-Rex because that shit you wrote there sound crazy. But he said, didn't T-Rex look like he's 9 months pregnant and giving birth to a Smurf? Smurfette bars? Yeah, Rex was looking crazy, man. But read your comment. You wrote some other shit. I don't think that's what you meant to write. Meltman said the way Rex was talking to Bill, yo, that was hilarious, man. Greatest face-off. Meltman said, you training to go super. Yes, well, that's your thing. I'm not training to go super. Only you could do that, Chief, but I have been doing a little something. Scotty Nichols said, health is wealth, brother. God bless you. Thank you, man. God bless you, too. Christopher Winfield said, Happy New Year. Stay strong. Thank you, man. You, too. Blessings to your family. So let's get into the weight thing because it has to do with battle rap. So, again, if you watched my blogs earlier in the year, and even now, I've said it, I had a lot of personal shit going on in 2020. I'm still going through a lot. I'm just not the type to throw all that shit on the internet. And a big thing, the quarantine, the pandemic, it all happened for fucked up reasons. But one of the things that benefited me personally in this pandemic was that I had a lot of injuries, work-related injuries and stuff. Some also like hand injuries from all the years of getting into street fights. And I needed to get my body together. And during this pandemic, I was able to heal a lot. Now, I got a 75-degree tear in my rotator cuff. It's been almost 3 years of me dealing with that. And I didn't elect to have surgery. So, whatever. That's a bunch of shit y'all don't give a fuck about. Point is, during this pandemic, I felt like my body healed up a lot. And one of the big things that's been an issue with me these last few years is the up and down in weight. And I keep going between like 217 and like 225. 217, 225. And the thing was, it's not like it was bothering me. Like, in a way, some people get down or be ashamed of their body. Not me. I was wherever I needed to be that required my shirt being off. I was doing it. I don't give a fuck. I was at beaches. I'm talking about pre-pandemic. after the pandemic, I was getting hotels that had indoor pools so that my kids can have time to actually do something but just stay in the house. So we would travel to Connecticut where they had and Long Island where they had an indoor pool, and my kids could have fun. So I had my shirt off. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I still don't give a fuck. My shirt will be off. I've never been ashamed of my body. What started happening was I didn't like the way I was feeling. I was feeling heavy as hell. I was feeling like, you just start to feel it. You feel like you tired all the time, stuff like that. And then the stress starts getting to you, man. And people don't think it's real. They think everything's it's just about eating. No, stress can really help you put on weight, and it got nothing to do with eating. I ain't gonna get all scientific and shit. Bottom line is, throughout the pandemic, here and there, I was trying to work out. And then what happened is I started getting so stressed out that I would like I kept putting working out on the back burner. And then I started seeing, first off, salute to Jims. He's inspired me for the last 3 years. But I started seeing videos that Jims was putting out. I started seeing Shotgun Suge, man. Salute to Suge. Suge inspired me. Suge inspired me. I saw Suge getting on his bike, and I was getting on my bike, and I was renting the city bikes. If you're from New York, you know what I'm talking about. I would rent the city bikes, and I would just go on rides up and down the by the water on the piers. I was going on the piers, which I loved that because since I was a kid, I always liked being by the pier, being by the water. It gave me a peace of mind. So I would do that, and then I would look on my phone to see Shotgun Suge going crazy on the bikes, and I was like, yo, that's dope. But he was doing it for health. I was doing it like to work out. I was doing it more just cruising and trying to get my mind off of shit, right? So as I'm watching Suge and as I'm watching Jims, I see Big T. Big T starts going crazy with the workout. Big T's losing weight. So these guys inspired me, and I started feeling like, yo, yeah, I got a lot of injuries. Yeah, I got a lot of personal shit. But I need to do something to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? I really needed to feel better. I needed to put myself in a space to really, start feeling good, less stress and not so heavy, you know what I'm saying? So I started like really paying attention to the way I was eating. And then salute to Mel Man. I saw Mel Man putting out videos, and I see him in the backyard hitting the bags and all of that. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching people in the battle rap community taking steps, and all I had was excuses. So I decided, again, not to get too crazy into it, I'm going through, a crazy breakup. And that was one of the main things that was like really on my mind. And I was like, yo, you know what? You spending so much time on all this shit, and it's actually fucking up your health. Yo, man, do something for yourself to make you feel better. Like you want to get your mind off your breakup, go work out. You want to get your mind off your shit with your kids' moms, go work out. You want to take your mind off the fact you don't get to see your kids that much during the fucking pandemic, go work out. You want to take your mind off the fact you're not working as often as you like to, go work out. Like everything just kept telling me, yo, go do something to take my mind off of stuff. And then when I go on Twitter, I'm seeing on YouTube, I'm seeing Mel Man, I'm seeing Jims working out like a motherfucker. On Instagram, I'm seeing Big T working out like a motherfucker. On Twitter, I'm seeing Shotgun Suge working out. So I just got to a point where I was like, enough of the excuses. While my shoulder is still really, it's a 75-degree tear. My shoulder's real fucked up. But I'm not letting that hold me back no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the thing. And there's been a few times that I'm like, man, fuck this working out shit. But then, like, I listened to something Jim said. Jim said the best time you should be working out is when you feel like you shouldn't. If that makes sense. Like, you're going to have your moments where like, man, I ain't working out today. But every time I start going through my mind like, yo, I'm not working out today, guess what? I make myself go work out. Because I feel like if I keep saying I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm not going to get back to doing it. Now, I will confess, last night I didn't work out. And last night I was trying to push myself to work out. But I've been working so many hours in these last 2 weeks that it really was draining me. And last night was the first night that I only worked 8 hours. I've been lately working. This is gonna sound crazy, y'all, but it's a fact. Lately, I've been working. The lowest has been 10 hours, and like I said earlier in this live, last week alone I did 84 hours. So you know, and even during that, I was still working out. And guess what? On those days that I'm not working out, I'm still eating right. Today I didn't eat right. Today I did not eat right. I've been doing intermediate fasting. That's been a part of it, but I've been mixing it together with a lot of cardio. I don't have weights in my house, so I do a lot of calisthenics and cardio. And I watch what I'm eating. I'm only eating from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. I have a shake in the morning, mixed with some fruits in there, and then I don't eat a solid dinner to roughly 6:30, 7 o'clock. In between that, if I do feel hungry, I try to eat some fruits. Drink a lot of water. That's what I've been doing, in case you care. That's what I've been doing. Salute to Polo, Mr. Suburbs. Another person who's been trying to help me out. If you don't know, Polo is a personal trainer in Florida. And if you guys need any advice, hit him up. He'll gladly try to help you out. And Polo also is gonna be helping me. I'm gonna be buying some resistant bands because I don't have space in my house. Like I said, I'm going through a breakup, so I moved all my shit somewhere else, and where I'm living now, I don't have enough space. It's just all my shit packed everywhere. I don't have space to put a bench there or anything like that. So I'm gonna just between the calisthenics and now I'm gonna add the resistant weights. Um, again, getting personal. I don't need to get this personal, but in the end of May, I'm gonna be 40 years old, and I just feel like I really gotta. My age didn't really have anything to do with it, so let me just put that out there. But for my birthday, I'm like, yo, I'm about to be 40. I want to feel good and look good, and should things get better in the pandemic, maybe I've been wanting to go to Puerto Rico for my 40th, or I want to go to Canada. Maybe I'll have a real shot at going to one of these places, and I could really enjoy myself and feel fucking great. You know what I'm saying? I just want to feel great, man. I don't want to have all that stress on my fucking head anymore, man. And then think about it. It's another reason with battle rap. It got to a point where fucking battle rap was all about the drama. So it's like I'm going through so much drama in my personal life. I'm going through drama in my professional life. And then on battle rap too. So that's why I stepped away. And I started focusing more on what's the more important thing. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to say for the first time in God knows how many years, I'm under 200 pounds. On Monday, I weigh in every Monday morning. Before I eat anything Monday morning, around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, depending on what time I got to work, I weigh myself. And I use a smart scale. It has an app. I don't know, one of these days maybe I'll put that out there. I'm pretty sure y'all don't give a fuck though. And and it'll tell me my water weight, my bone density, my muscle count. It gives me a bunch of info. So anyway, I weigh in every Monday morning, and this Monday morning, I weighed in at 198.5 or some shit like that. And again, for the first few weeks that I was working out and everything, I wasn't weighing myself. I didn't have a scale. So it wasn't until about 3 weeks ago that I started weighing myself. And I've been gradually going down. So if we're just going off what I saw on the scale, when I actually got on the scale, I was at 207 pounds. And then I was down to 205 pounds. And then now I'm down to 198 pounds. My goal is to stay in between 195 and 200, but with more muscle. I don't mind going down to 190 if that means I have more muscle, but I don't want to go down. Anytime that I'm below like 195, I don't feel that strong. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel weak, but I want to feel good. All right, so again, salute to the battle rap community because a lot of y'all inspired me, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, yeah, that's that. And that's, I didn't mean to get all that fucking personal, but it was something I did want to bring up in terms. It's on my list. Where's my shit at? Right here, number 7. Suge, Gems, and Big T Inspiration. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I was gonna talk about it. I just wasn't gonna go as in deep in as I did. And again, salute the mailman. Let me check this out. What y'all talking about over here? Um, yeah, my man said we call it. We can all train to go super. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we can. Um, Scotty said I'm in quarantine, but I'm ready to start working out again in a few weeks. Yeah, man, it feels good. Christopher said, "Hey Norbs, welcome back. I hope that you get that $40 million to do research on the fat cells of proven brands." That's funny. Uh, Chris facts keep stepping on their necks until it breaks down or falls. Thank you. Andre said, "I got to do something with myself. I have not done well with this in the house. Not moving around. I got to do better. It's do or die, literally." Yeah, I mean, I hate that it's to that point, Andrea, but I can understand how you feeling, man. And yes, you know, it, the small things. Trust me. It's the small things, man. You go small. You everything ain't gotta be you just out the gate go crazy. That used to be my problem. Out the gate, I used to try to work out crazy hard until I started noticing, nah, you gotta gradually do that shit, or you're gonna end up tapping out. My man said Big T inspired me. Absolutely. Scotty said you can do it, Queen. Yes, she absolutely can. Christopher said Piggy is losing weight to the art of choke. Uh, Melman, Scotty Nichols, my G. Andre said salute, Jay. Good stuff. Thank you, man. I'm trying. Scotty said salute, bro. Here's the next year. Appreciate all the work you put in on the channel. 2021, the year of the 40s, is back at the back of the whip. My man said 75 degrees, no surgery. You a beast. Thank you, sir. But yeah, no surgery. I didn't take the surgery. Andre says step one, I gotta give up pop again. yes, you do. That's one thing I don't. Today's the first sugars I had. I had the cheesecake and stuff. Today's really I don't really do it. Melman said get one of the bags I got. He said they cheap on offer up. Yeah, man, I just don't got space for it right now, man. Melman said stay at it, OG. I can really see a difference. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for noticing, man. You know I don't be talking about that. You know what I'm saying? No, but thank you, man. Thank you for noticing what's going on. So yeah, this year's been a lot, but bright side, allow us all to really focus on what is important, health and family. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you, Scotty. Yeah, man. Thank you guys, man. I ain't gonna lie. You guys just made me feel real good, man. I only so far. I went to a funeral 2 days ago. I guess you could say my grandfather, my grandmother's husband died, and I'm not saying that for no other reason, but just to say I'm at the funeral, and my aunt comes up to me and she's like looking at me. She was like, "Yo, like what the hell is going on with you?" And I'm like, "What you talking about?" And that's one of my aunts that when you go to her house, she cooks you a whole Thanksgiving meal no matter what, and it's like you gotta eat everything. She's like, "Oh, you looking too skinny." So I started laughing. I was like, "Nah." And then she like rubbed my stomach. She was like, "Yo, what's up?" So don't get me wrong, I'm still fat. I'm just, I'm losing some weight, and so my aunt noticed it, and she was the first one who's noticed it, and now you guys. So thank you, man. Thank you for noticing that. I do appreciate that. All right, so let's get back to the list on what we got here. So we talked about Cortez. We talked about RBE. We talked about the weight stuff. With Suge Gems and Big T. Let's talk about KCJ and Coffee. Now, KCJ and Coffee was supposed to do an Instagram battle. Again, this is 2020 stuff, all right? KCJ and Coffee Brown were supposed to do an Instagram battle. And they were asking people to donate, I believe it was $20. And I was like, yo, like, no, like I understand you're gonna set the price you're gonna set. I understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, check this out for a second. How will you charge the $20 for that one battle? Like, if you have more than one battle, I understand that. So I was hesitant. I was gonna support, but I was like, damn. So, but then it was like, yo, but wait a minute, how are they gonna do this on Instagram while charging people? I don't understand that, right? I'm not saying there wasn't a way to do it. I'm saying I didn't know the way they were gonna do it. And then after them selling it for like a week, URL comes and buys the battle from them. And then they later on went and battled in a park, and there's controversy because some people got to, some people choked, and then they refilmed their verse. Since then, the two of them have been at each other's neck. I see a lot of threats going back and forth. I don't like that. The reason why I don't like it is because the both of these ladies are having a dope year. For Casey J, this might be a breakout year for her because people are starting to take notice to her talent. She's a very attractive woman. So is Coffee, very attractive, both of them. But I felt like people are appreciating y'all for more than your looks. And unfortunately in battle rap, that's really the main thing. People are looking at their looks. And I'm a man, of course. I'm looking at them, and they're attractive women. But I'm looking at them mostly for their skill. I want to see what they can do. So to later on see them now, since the battle is over, they're constantly at each other, saying stuff to each other. I'm disappointed because I'm like, I don't want people focusing. One thing about female battle rap, the focus most of the time is on the drama and not about these ladies' talent. These ladies are incredible. They are incredible. And for Casey J, she killed Swamp. She killed Swamp. You know, like right now, people are talking about you in such a great light. And then her last, I forgot who her last battle was. No, I think her last battle was Swamp. I forgot what the battle was before Swamp. She had some dope showings. And it's like, come on, please, Casey J. Coffee, you too, please. Like, I don't want people just always talking about the drama with y'all. And now Coffee's caught up in another drama because she didn't show up to the A-Ward battle that was thrown on Geechee's new league. And them two being family, now they've been at it on Twitter because she's... I don't even want to get into all that drama, man. I don't want to get into that. But my point is, for both Coffee and Casey J, ladies, it'll be dope for y'all. And I know it's hard for me to say it. I got alleged violent tendencies, allegedly. So I understand it's hard to hear shit like that coming from me, but at the same time, you should hear it from me. You should hear someone like me who's gone through it and still going through it in my life to sit here and tell you, yo, this shit can only harm everything that you got going on. And while in the moment it's hard to deal with it because we're not about to tolerate disrespect, and I understand I am not tolerating disrespect, but at the same time, you got a moment to step back for a second and realize that, especially for you, not really for me, but for you, people seeing this on social media could stop somebody from booking you. This is going to actually fuck up your money. In turn, it's going to fuck up your brand. So when you're really doing things that becomes a detriment to all of that, then you start feeling like everybody's abandoning you and the culture turn their back on you. And it's not that. It's that you got a certain amount of people who are here for the drama. Then you got a certain amount of people who want to stay away from the drama. I mean, Coffee also had the incident with Miss Miami, which was not Coffee's fault. I don't blame Coffee for that at all. But let's be real, 2020 for Coffee has been overshadowed by shit that has nothing to do with her boss. And I'm not happy about that because she's so dope. She's so dope. So that's a big piece of 2020 that I hope we get a chance to forget. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that because she's so fire. The both of these ladies. Let's move on to someone else who had a beginning of a great year and then nonsense overshadowed it, and that's the Saga. Salute to the Saga. I hear he just got engaged too, which, salute to Geechee Gotti. He just got engaged, and salute to a personal friend of mine. Damn, I'm wild. Tori, salute, man. God bless you and your family. Congratulations on your engagement. God bless, man. For all you guys, that's great. It seems love don't love me. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen for me, but it's happening for you guys. That's dope. Congratulations. But back to the Saga, he's engaged, and it's a dope way for him to end his 2020. But he started his 2020 off so fire. The Saga. Think about it. His battle with B Dot, his battle with Cortez. Who else? He had a crazy battle earlier this year. Anyway, Saga started off this year tremendously, and then when it came to the tournament, he he got killed by Holmesy. And then he had a battle immediately after that, and he's like, "All the whole culture turned their back on me." That's a lie. But then in his very next battle, he's choking and stumbling something retarded. And then that became a theme for him for like the rest of the year. Excuse me. He's been like stumbling and fumbling everywhere. Now I want to see the saga get back on track because his 2020 was starting off really fire. And guess what? It's about to end fire because my man is now engaged and he's finding a way to elevate things in his life. He's dealing with his happiness. Um, that's something we all strive for in terms of happiness. Maybe it's not marriage, but we all want to be happy. I want to be happy. You guys want to be happy. And if he found another direction for him to be happy, God bless. All you can do is applaud that man. And then hopefully 2021, not only you start off as dope as your 2020, but hopefully that momentum continues to drive you forward. All right, the saga, salute to you and your family. Let's talk about URL and King of the Dot tournaments. It took everybody by surprise when King of the Dot merged with Twitch. I don't know if merge is the right word, but they're working together. That doesn't necessarily mean merge, but that's another subject. And a URL with Caffeine. Now, initially, when the Caffeine deal happened for URL, I was kind of shocked because I know that Drake has a affiliation to a degree with King of the Dot. So I'm like, damn, how did he get them on the URL on Caffeine before he got King of the Dot on? I found that to be weird, especially because they were Toronto based. But either way, it was a great step for battle rap. There are some things we don't like about it. Camera work, so on and so forth. But let's not talk about that. Let's celebrate how dope 2020 has been for these guys in terms of elevating things not only for their business but for battle rap to a degree. I understand we're not going to agree on the elevation part, but that's for debate, but not for right now. And at the end of the day, these moves did bring free content that we normally would have paid $50 per event. Remember, URL was throwing an event like every 3 weeks, and we were paying $50. Well, most of us. Some of y'all's bootleg gang. And it costs a lot. It costs a lot to be at events, and then if most of the time for me, even if I go to the event, I buy the pay-per-view anyway. So that's not realistic all the time. And now every Saturday and Sunday, well, not every, but you get what I'm saying. Especially during the tournaments, every Saturday and Sunday for the most part, we were getting battles. URL did 2 tournaments. King of the Dot is still in the mix. They're going into the finals. Salute to Marv 1. Salute to Saint. Saint has been my favorite to win from the beginning of this tournament. And I'm glad that he didn't get robbed in his last battle, which we're going to get into the robbery soon. But at the end of the day, King of the Dot and URL has bring us some phenomenal stuff. The fact that all we gotta do is log into this app now. Now I hate the Caffeine voting system. I think it's horrible. Twitch does have it right. Y'all, I don't know if y'all watch it and see how their voting method is, but theirs is way cleaner and should be the standard in terms of the voting button and stuff like that. But other than that, we have to really look at the incredible shit that we got. We just watched Goods and Geechee happen on the Caffeine fire. Chilla and B-Dot was fucking incredible. We got to see Daylight Tape Rock. We got to see the ladies and the fellas go at it. We unfortunately saw Sue Surf arguably get 30 by 40 bars. Couture versus Charlie Clips. We got to see Holmesy have an incredible... Salute to Holmesy, man. Holmesy had an incredible run. Emerson Kennedy. Ryder with probably the second, or maybe the first, depending on who you talk to, second most, or the second best round of the year in the second round against Mike P. Incredible round that really hurt the soul of Mike P. That Mike P started acting crazy, started unfollowing people, all kind of wild shit. Wow, there was a lot of dope performances that we got on both these Caffeine and Twitch deals that these guys got. and it was incredible to watch. It really is. Uh, we got to see Man Hayes, formerly known as Side Boy, finally start getting some credit in his culture for what he's doing or what he did in the tournament. Marv One, I have to give Marv One. He's been his credit. He's been phenomenal in this tournament, and I am one of the people who used to say I don't see what everybody see when they talk about Marv One battles, and he's definitely been incredible during this time. Uh, who else? Frack Hoffa, who got robbed, man. He 30 disaster and got shitted on. You know what I'm saying? But he had an incredible performance, and people were waking up. And he's smart because after that battle, he was promoting his album. That's what all you battle rappers should be doing. He was promoting his album. We had Jay Murder and Show Off, which I openly admit I did not see the battle. I was upset I didn't get to watch it, but I've heard nothing but great things about the battle. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there, man. So salute to them for incredible 2020. B Dot versus T Top was incredible. That was incredible. Um, there's another battle I want to mention, but it was phenomenal, and I'm not thinking about it. We also saw a dope ass performance from Mook. I thought from Tay Rock as well, but I thought Mook was a bit better. Well, let me say this: I didn't think his overall, because I thought they both had a weak first round, but that third round and stuff was dope. Anyway, you guys get the point. We had incredible showings from both leagues. The tournaments brought the excitement back. The judging, incredible, brought the excitement back. Made everybody go crazy. I see somebody say Saga versus B Dot. Um, just such excitement from finally getting a definitive winner and a loser. And I don't think that anybody could have gone wrong. And whether you liked the battle or not, overall, we end up winning. We didn't pay for it, and we're getting incredible content more often. So, for me as a battle rap community member, which I am, and you guys are too, we won. We won. One other thing I want to say too, man, is sideline, but as I'm looking into this camera, I'm also realizing that my skin has been a lot better too ever since I changed the way I eat. But that's another subject. We don't gotta get into that. So we covered all of this. We covered this Grand Prix. So don't forget the finals is next Sunday on the 10th. All right, Saint versus Marv One. That whole card is dope. I don't know if you guys seen the whole card, but yo, that whole phenomenal card. We talked about that. We're not talking about Adi Boom anymore. Fuck out of here. We talked about the inspiration. Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring did an event also with URL. Here's my problem with Queen of the Ring, which is really the problem that most of you have. We don't see enough events from them. And for a minute, it seemed like Queen of the Ring is too dependent on URL. We do see, when it comes to URL, we see, I hate saying it because I don't want to create no drama, but it's the truth. You know, we always see Debo jump out the window for URL, and he should have been focusing more on Queen of the Ring. I'm not saying he wasn't trying anything. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but we finally got to see the event with Queen of the Ring, and it was incredible. It was we got a lot of dope shit out of it. At the end of the day, I want to see more for Queen of the Ring 2021. I don't want to see them relying on URL. I don't want them to feel like, I understand getting with caffeine is elevating things and you're getting probably a better budget to create more battles, but we need to see way more of that. We have to see way more of Queen of the Ring. The ladies are essential to battle rap as a culture in general. The ladies are crucial to that. So please, Queen of the Ring, we need you back on top of things. We need to see more events from you, and it should not be contingent on URL or caffeine. All right. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect the brand, but this is just how I feel, man. And there's a lot of people who feel the same way as me. Salute to the ladies, though, a lot of them had a dope ass year. Um, which we're gonna talk about one of the battles soon, man. Like, one of the battle of the year, in my opinion, has to be talked about, and that's Vixen versus uh, Lady Flames. That battle was just incredible to me. Um, so we talked about Queen of the Ring. Let me get this out the way. Let's get into a little bit of the negative before we get back into the positive. All right, because we are talking about the year 2020. Everything wasn't positive. All right, so let's get a little bit of negative. We're not spending a lot of time on it. We had the Blog Awards. It seems like every other year the Blog Awards kick up in full effect and things get out of hand. Um, we had a big issue. They weren't the only ones, but there turned out to be a big issue between No Mercy and DME. I've talked about it briefly. I'm not going to get fully into it. I did try to intervene, and things still went left, so I backed up from it. And it bothered me because, again, I'm going through a lot of my own personal life, and for this shit to be going on, it pissed me off even more because these are two people I do consider friends. Whether people know it or not, me and Mercy are friends outside of battle rap, and so are me and DME. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're friends. Um, so when all the Blog Award stuff was happening, man, it was really getting to me, and I see how out of hand it was getting. We started with the striking videos, striking channels, and people allegedly putting people address out. And I'm not saying in that, I'm talking about overall in all the Blog Awards. You had some new blog, I'm not gonna mention them, come out and start disrespecting gang culture after the Miss Miami Kofi Brown situation. The only person who takes Blog Awards to a point of comedy is Polo, Mr. Suburbs, Mr. Petty, and Martin. Not Martin. What I'm talking about, Martin. EBK Scorsese, because they're coming from a comedic, sarcastic standpoint, and that's the king of petty. And him and No Mercy had a little back and forth, and then No Mercy even seen that it was funny and saluted Polo. I see them talking often. They're cool with each other now. But that's where we want to see the Blog Awards, where it's all in fun. But when I seen arguments between Di the Henny Man and somebody, and I see people give all this relevance to a fucking puppet and all kind of silly shit. The Blog Awards took a toll on me from a mental standpoint, and that's when I really backed up. But unfortunately, it's part of the 2020, and so I'm mentioning it. Also, staying in the negative, I saw on Twitter Chris Unbiased make a comment about the Ty Pretty situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Ty Pretty was just battled Ace Amin about a week ago, and it was put out there, the paperwork, where he is in fact a sex offender. Since then, he's done interviews and blogs, and to me, it makes himself look worse and worse. The problem was I saw a tweet where Chris Unbiased was commenting on it. And again, I got no problem with Chris Unbiased. Some of y'all be funny, be saying I look like Chris Unbiased when I got my hat on and all that. It's funny. I got no problem with Chris Unbiased. And if we're going to be factual here, I'm one of the people who spoke up for Chris, not on his behalf, but simply to say, hey, y'all dragging Chris out here and no facts are out here. It's not that you shouldn't be cautious of someone being accused of some crazy shit, but at the same time, don't hang him yet and that's probably the wrong analogy, but don't kill him for stuff that we don't even have no facts on. My problem is, yes, he's out of jail, but Chris, it hasn't been proven that you're innocent either. So the fact that you're commenting on the Chris Petty thing, I think, isn't a smart move. And you put yourself, should things go left for you again, you put a target on your back doing that. To me, it was, I just didn't understand that. But again, I try not to comment on these things. When I put out a blog and showing y'all proof and everything, and with witnesses of what GL was doing, there was a lot of people who was like, oh, you shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff. Why? When that dude could potentially be, he was saying he was a sex trafficker and all kind of shit. human trafficker, excuse me, and that he was pimping bitches and all kind of wild shit. And y'all was like, oh, maybe you shouldn't be saying that, but then there was people asking me why I didn't comment on Christian Bias and Todd Pretty or whatever the fuck his name is. And I'm like, yo, fam, like I'm gonna stay away from that shit. Again, I got enough going on. I don't need to be in that. But seeing them tweets, that tweet from Christian Bias, I found to be real weird. Um, I'm not saying he's weird. I'm saying the tweet was weird. The situation was. And then I seen people get mad at me for my take on the Sirius Jones situation. So Sirius Jones, if you guys know, was accused of a lot of crazy stuff, but that's not what he ended up pleading out to. So some of the stuff, including human trafficking, so on and so forth, that's not what he pled out to. That's not what his deal was. And Sirius Jones is in jail, but not for all the reasons that he was being accused. So while some of you might look down on pimping, I have a different take on pimping. We're not gonna get into that right now. But at the end of the day, there's a difference between someone in cahoots with you and doing business with you who wants to be a sex worker, and there's a difference between someone who's either being forced to do something sexual or someone who is being kidnapped and taken places. There's a big difference. So unfortunately, we got to talk about these things because they were an unfortunate part of 2020. 2020 was real disgusting with a lot of stuff like this. And again, I don't condone any of this stuff, but at the same time, I'm not going to slaughter people for certain things until we know the facts. And the facts was a lot of stuff that was said about Sirius Jones proved to not be the case. And I think he ended up getting like 2 years or something like that from his charges. And if you look at his charges, they should have given him life. But that is what it is, and he'll have to address that even more. He has addressed it. You could go on YouTube and find him talking about it. So let's just move on, man. So that's Blog Awards and all of this stuff. We passed that. Let's get back into one more negative thing. I'm sorry. It's negative, but goes into positive. So it's great segue for everything else I want to talk about. Math. A lot of y'all do know I am cool with math. I rock with math, but I'm never the type of person who don't call a spade a spade. Math has an incredible situation with the My Expert Opinion. And Math started doing incredible stuff with his channel, also with the Read Between the Lines and the Legends Only. And then, unfortunately, he had a situation where he was accused of something. It was never proven, so on and so forth. We move on. And then came his whole situation with the whole shit with him and Knowledge over the Goods interview. And that was unfortunate. But apparently they patched that all up, and then we see Math come out with another Legends Only where he battles Nicky Jam. If you don't know who Nicky Jam is, that is a worldwide star. Puerto Rican. Salute. Salute, Boricua. So, we saw Math battle Method Man. We see him battle Nicky Jam and doing incredible things. So, I saw that whole thing with the face tattoo. I don't know if it's a real tattoo. I don't know. I didn't watch the video. That stuff, too, made me look at Math like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? But we cannot let that overshadow the incredible year that Math had. And I feel like that's what people are trying to do. People keep bringing up all the stuff with Bonnie. I know Bonnie keeps throwing shots. Hey, guess what? That whole shit with Bonnie, that's just stuff that happens between people who had some sort of love interest, separate, and then just can't get right after that. Will they ever battle? I don't know, but I'm not asking for that battle. But I really feel like we shouldn't let all that negative shit overshadow. You know, we're watching Math interview Royce the 5'9", Immortal Technique. We're seeing him interview Joe Budden, Nori, plenty of other people. We've had a lot of battle rappers on the show. We got chances to see Bill Collector. I thought the Bill, if you guys didn't see it, you should watch the Bill Collector episode. I felt like there was some real serious and deep moments, with that Bill Collector interview, where we got to see glimpses into what was going on in Bill Collector's head. And I hope Bill's in a better place, man. He went through some tragic stuff Rest in peace, LB the Boss. Rest in peace to Bill Collector's daughter. And yeah, man, that was some that was a heartfelt interview. Crazy, and God bless Bill Collector and his family. But yeah, so Math had an incredible year, and I don't want the negative shit to really overshadow what he's been doing, and what he's been doing is incredible. That battle with him and Chubby Jag was phenomenal, in my opinion. The more I watch it, the more I love the battle. Uh, so yeah, keep going, Math. Keep doing your thing, man. And that went from, like I said, it was an up and down year, but there was way more positive than negatives, and I feel like that's what we got to remember for 2020 when it comes to Math. So okay. So the final thing I want to talk about is some of the dope showings we had from people who. Okay, so you have people who I feel should be on the top of most people's lists for any awards, and that's Geechee Gotti, B Dot, Chilla, Bill Collector, Holmesy, and whoever wins this tournament from King of the Dot. The problem with the King of the Dot winner is that we're not going to see a King of the Dot winner until after the New Year, January 10th. So I was hoping that we could get it before that. We didn't, but still, we had an incredible showing from Saint. These guys got to be talked about more. I also think that we have to. Damn, what's Fonz? Fonz won the tournament. I feel like the first tournament. I feel like he has to be thrown up there. Something has to be said for these judged battles where there is a definite winner. So to not see their names being thrown into any awards, to me, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no way that their names shouldn't be mentioned when we're talking about actual judge battles, and these guys are battling every 2 to 3 weeks in a tournament. So I feel like we got to do better in that regard. But we got to salute B. Chilla, Bill Collector. T-Top had an incredible year. Like I said, Saga started off great, and Cortez, A. Ward had a phenomenal year. Loso, Emerson Kennedy. So there's a lot to pick from, but I feel like there's some of the names I mentioned here got to be at the top, and that's Geechee, B. Chilla, Bill Collector, Holmesy, Fonz. There's a few others, but K Shine got to be like in the top 2 mentioned, man. He has to be, in my opinion. But like I said, man, don't forget Bill Collector, and don't forget Chilla Jones. So that's that. But we got some people who have breakout performances to the point you have to just like, yo, wow. And one of I do think we got to mention Ryder. I think we got to mention Ryder. We got to mention Swamp. Besides the KCJ situation, Swamp had an incredible 2020. And if you didn't, and if at the end of 2020 you don't know anything about Swamp, then I'm gonna assume it's just that you don't pay attention to battle rap like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're a casual fan. I know my brother's like that. He won't watch a battle if it ain't a big name battle rapper, so on and so forth. I'm not knocking you. I'm only saying, you got to get in tune with a real sick, a Swamp, Jada Nightwing, Fonz for that matter, Lady Flames, Vixen, Vixen versus Lady Flames, definitely from the female side is my favorite battle of the year, but it has to be in my top 3 battles of the year, Lady Flames and Vixen. Yoshi G, I love Yoshi. I'm forgiving her for that whole, I'm forgiving her for being a Cowboys fan, and I'm forgiving her for doing dips in her quarantine battle. That was unnecessary. But other than that, Yoshi this year has expanded her brand. And a dope show versus Bill Collector. Had a dope ass battle against J2. Go watch that J2 battle, man. J2's incredible as well, man. Yoshi has made this year, she's really branded herself with the thought bars. The funny shit, her interactions with A-Verb are priceless. Yoshi is just incredible. She is the GOAT to me. Yoshi can She had a dope ass battle against Tori Doe. But Yoshi, I think, elevated her brand so much this year, and I love to see it. I love seeing someone embrace that role that she embraced. It's incredible. It's entertaining. Salute to Yoshi. I know Yoshi too was going through a lot of stuff in her life, man. And for her to be able to elevate and make things work for her like that is fucking incredible. I mentioned Frank Hoffa with one of the biggest bodies of a legend, and didn't get the actual win, but he won the culture. He won the people, and sometimes that's more important than anything. Um, like I said, Jada Nightwing started off, had an incredible year. Missing somebody. There's somebody who I want to point out had a phenomenal year as well. Uh, I'm not, like I said, Saint had an incredible year. Um, oh man, fuck. Who else? Who else am I? I'm missing somebody. Anyway, there was a lot of breakout performances, and I think that to end this video off was the best way to talk about these people who had phenomenal showings. And if you didn't know who they are, now you know who they are. You can't ignore Jada Nightwing anymore. Dude was incredible. You can't ignore Fonz, even though I don't feel the hype as everybody else when it comes to him, but I still think he's dope. Real Sick, who is my favorite. Real Sick is somebody when I was doing my battle rap documentary, so to speak. He was somebody I was trying to get on board with it, and it just didn't work out. Um, but his battle versus Excel was dope. Uh, he's just been phenomenal. Oh, so Easy the Block Captain, I believe, is one of the people. Even though, again, he's another one I don't see what everybody sees, but he definitely, had people talking about him. I also want to send a salute to Drugs, because Drugs had a dope year, and everybody's still saying he don't deserve battles. A dope showing against Arsenal, and he had a dope year, Drugs, man. And then I was happy to see him and Jims be able to squash their issues. And yeah, man. So there's a lot of people who stepped it up this year and were able to make themselves, give themselves a better stronghold in this game. Uh, Nicholas said this year's been a lot. Bright side, allow us all to really all okay. I have read that before. Melman said real name versus Chef Trez. Scotty said, God bless you all. Gonna start getting food and things ready for later today. If I don't catch y'all later, I wish y'all a happy and safe New Year. Same to you, Scotty. Jax89, salute. He said, Happy New Year. Salute, Jax. Andrea said, I love seeing all the engagements. Gives me hope. Mel said, Saga versus B-Dot. Said all B-Dot battles of fire. Salute, T-Boo. Happy New Year, sir. Melman said, I want to meet Yoshi in person so bad. T-Boo said, why? And then Melman said, so I can shoot my shot, bro. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. All right, man. So we out of here. So, in closing, we've been here an hour and a half. So I went way past my lunch break. It don't matter. I'm here at 7 o'clock in the morning, man. All right. I've been here since 3 o'clock. So from 3 this afternoon to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I am here. So everybody gonna be partying, and I'm gonna be here working. So I went over a half hour. So what? I'm gonna be here 16 hours. Might be 17. Anyway. Be safe. No drinking and driving. No drinking and listen. There's no reason for drinking and driving. If you got the money to go party, you got the money to take cabs or trains or buses. All right, stop it. Wear your mask wherever the hell you go. Rock Marciano, salute, man. Wear your mask wherever you go. Make sure you wearing your seatbelt. No drinking and fucking driving. If you gonna go drink somewhere in a family member's house or whatever, try to stay there. Especially if you don't got nobody else to drive sober. No drinking and driving, man. And no fucking using heavy drugs and driving. This ain't that, man. Let's start this new year off correctly. We don't need tragedies happening for no reason, man. No drinking and driving. Y'all have a safe year. God bless you and your family. I'm hoping, for the sake of us all, that life just continues to get better this year. I'm gonna stay steadfast on my health. Like I said, I drastically changed the way I eat, and I've been more hard on that than I have been on my working out. Even though I'm working out, I'm just super disciplined on my eating for the most part. Even if you fall off the wagon for a day, get your ass back on it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Again, continue to support our battle rappers. If you have a few extra dollars, get some merch, get their music. Cortez album out, Frack's album out. My verse got merch out. I gotta check her merch also. Show Wolf, J Murder, A Ward. There's a lot of people with stuff out there. If you got a few dollars, support them. But if you don't, it's understandable. You gotta take care of home first. You know what I'm saying? Battle rap community is built off talent of battle rappers whom we love, so I try to support them. Salute to all you guys. It's a lot of you. Thank you for your continuing support. I appreciate it. I'm hoping 2021 puts me in a better space to going back to blogging way more often. I can't guarantee that. But again, like I say, these last few videos, like, go check out my art channel. That's another thing that helps me with stress relief. If you don't know, I do custom sneakers, custom jackets. I'm working on a custom Hennessy bottle right now. I do custom jewelry boxes. I do so much stuff. So go check out my art channel. Even if you don't want to purchase anything, I want you to just go subscribe and check out all the stuff I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Every one of your views matters greatly to me. All right. I want to say Monday or Tuesday, not a guarantee, but I should be dropping another new video on my art channel on some sneakers I did. Other than that, man, salute to y'all. Please be safe, man, and blessings to the family. Happy New Year. All right. Salute.